Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Mr. Adtrader 316. I am back on YouTube. Take a good look at a brand new CM Punk t-shirt that I just got. Look at the back. Yeah. I got this t-shirt from Hot Topic for about 25 bucks. Looks pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. But we're not going to be talking about that. Instead, we're going to be talking about a video that I wanted to do since I made the previous video, which was about a day or two ago, and it was also requested by a YouTuber named I think his name is Junior Rocks 2012. Yeah, so his name is Junior Rocks 2012. His username will be in the description box, so go ahead and subscribe. He requested me to make this video right after he saw my previous video, which was on my top 10 favorite WWE documentaries from the years 2002 all the way till 2013. So I decided to make it similar, except for pay-per-views from the years 2002 to 2013. Except I added a little twist. Like I said before, I'm not going to add any WWF DVDs and no WrestleManias because, I mean, as you can see, we had tremendous WrestleManias in history. I mean, including, like, I'm really biased. This would have been my number one. But, like I said, if I put all the WrestleManias on my top 10 list, then basically the whole list will consist of WrestleManias because WrestleMania is the greatest daddy of them all. So, no WrestleManias, just regular pay-per-views, WWE, not WWF, just WWE from 2002 to now. Alright, this is my top 10 video, and unlike my other video, I do not have a tie. So, if you guys don't like having a tie, well, this is your video. And if you haven't checked out my previous video on my top 10 favorite documentaries, please check it right now, alright? It should be somewhere on my channel. Go ahead and check it out. I recommend it, alright? Anyway, this is my top 10 favorite WWE pay-per-views, 2002 to present. So let's get to it. Number 10 happened about a year and a half ago, Survivor Series 2011. Here's a good look at the wallpaper. The wallpaper says it all. John Cena and The Rock teams up for the very first time and the very last. Now, I didn't specifically put this on my top 10 because of that. I mean, like, of course, this is The Rock's very first match since WrestleMania 20 back in 2004, which was 8 years before this pay-per-view. That was not the only reason why I added this to the list. There's numerous reasons. One, the atmosphere of the arena, Madison Square Garden, was amazing. Probably one of the best atmosphere in an arena of all of 2011. Besides Money in the Bank, I thought this was probably the best when it came to fan interaction. It was just amazing. The fans were nuts, especially for Zack Ryder, CM Punk, and The Rock. Now, another reason why I added this to the list is because the pop that Zack Ryder got, I was really happy about that at the time. Thought that Zack needed it in order to get his push. Eventually got it and then got wiped back down. Sorry, I have a little sore throat. Anyways, so that's another reason. Another reason is because the match between CM Punk and Alberto Del Rio, right here, was amazing. Amazing wrestling match, in my opinion. Very, very good. Amazing to watch. I watched it twice in a row on the same day because it was so amazing, because I couldn't believe my own eyes. What a brutal match. Great match. It was like a wrestling match. So, definitely great pay-per-view. Definitely great DVD to buy. Especially if you're a fan of The Rock, because this was his return. He came back to the ring. Wasn't rusty at all. Amazing. And plus, if you're a CM Punk fan, get this DVD. That's what began his 1 year long title reign, or 400 whatever days title reign. Number 9, make it shorter, Unforgiven 2008. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, why do you add this ordinary pay-per-view on the list? Well, because this was the first pay-per-view when I saw something very unique in a while. They added a scramble match for all three of the World Championship. The ECW World Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, and the WWE Championship. And the match was significant. It was entertaining to watch, and it gave some of the superstars some time in the ring with the main eventers and had some time to show themselves what they're made of and got their pushes to become future world champions. I mean, for example, you got Jeff Hardy. He became the world champion afterwards. In this match, you had Matt Hardy becoming the ECW champion. I mean, what a significant pull-up right there by the Hardys. You also got The Miz. He was in this match. He had a pop because it was from Cleveland, I think. And, a few years later, he becomes the WWE champion. I mean, this match basically started some of the superstars' rise towards the World Heavyweight Championship, to the WWE Championship. And the matches themselves were really entertaining to watch. And I liked the Shawn Michaels Chris Jericho unsanctioned match because it was really entertaining to watch as well. Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels, by far one of the greatest feuds ever. I found out they're making a DVD called the Top 25 Greatest Feuds in the WWE, or Rivalries in the WWE. That I want to see. That I have to see who's going to be number one. If you have to ask me which one's my number one favorite feud, Shawn versus Bret, no doubt. That was a little bit off topic, but going back into the topic, going on to number 8, you got TLC 2009. Another pay-per-view you probably haven't expected it to be on the list. But, see, that's the beauty about it. Sometimes WWE is unpredictable, especially in their pay-per-views, that's for sure. This pay-per-view as well produced a lot. It was amazing. Look at the match card. You got DX versus Jericho in the TLC match, which was very good. Taker versus Batista for the world title in a chairs match, pretty violent. Cena versus Sheamus for the WWE title in a tables match. Now, the only reason why I liked this match was because of the outcome. It's not like I'm being biased against John Cena, but it was because WWE pulled up the unpredictable right there. It was very controversial to see Sheamus beat Cena without Cena being, without Sheamus' effort. You can say that Sheamus did not put any effort into it. It was Cena's mistake. And all of a sudden, Sheamus became the WWE champion a few months after he debuted on Raw. It's really crazy, when you think about it. And probably, in my opinion, the best match of the evening, Shelton Benjamin versus Christian for the ECW title in a ladder match. Awesome match to watch. I wanted Shelton Benjamin to win so bad, but no matter what the outcome was, I liked it. So, thumbs up for this pay-per-view. Going on to number 7. Now, you obviously know this pay-per-view was going to be on my list. Money in the Bank 2011. What can I say about this pay-per-view, guys? I remember watching this pay-per-view, and literally it reminded me of the Attitude Era. Now, anything that reminds me of the Attitude Era is always going to be close to my heart because the Attitude Era was simply the best era, in my opinion, in wrestling history. From the 60s till now, I think the Attitude Era probably brought the best of wrestling because it brought the best of WCW, the best of ECW, and the best of the WWF. No, so hands down, that was the best era. But this DVD reminded me of it because of the great moments before and after the pay-per-view. Now, even though the great moments were temporary in the WWE at the time, it still was enjoyable. And you can't buy this kind of entertainment anywhere else. You can't find this in TNA, in my opinion. Money in the Bank was an amazing pay-per-view. One of the greatest pay-per-views since, 2006. Very good pay-per-view. And CM Punk became the WWE champion. Now, what made this pay-per-view even more significant, they added little aspects of the Attitude Era into this DVD, which I already mentioned. But the one important thing they did was a Chicago screw job. They try to duplicate the screw job, the Montreal screw job with Vince and Brett back in Survivor Series 97, and that's what I kind of enjoyed the most. They tried to repeat history significantly, and I liked it. The way they did it was amazing. I liked it. And regardless, my boy CM Punk became the WWE champion. Great match. Gotta love it. Great pay-per-view as well. Going on to number 6. My throat hurts really bad, guys. Alright. SummerSlam 2004. Amazing pay-per-view. The match cards basically made this SummerSlam very, very strong. Benoit versus Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight title. It's a shame that WWE will never, ever show this match to any of the kids today, because, you know, I remember watching this as a fan. I wanted Chris Benoit to win, but then at the same time, I wanted to see something new. I wanted to see Randy Orton win. When Randy Orton was a heel, I don't know why, even as a kid, when Randy Orton was a heel, I liked him. Because he just looked so cool. He was like really cocky, and he was just, like he had a bad attitude, and he was just this youngster who can kick everybody's ass. I mean, the first time I ever started liking Randy Orton was when he beat Mick Foley in a hardcore match at Backlash. That's when it started making me like him. It made me respect the hell out of him. And this match, when he beat Chris Benoit, I literally, oh my god, marked out. I marked out big time. Probably one of my biggest mark out in history. Randy Orton becoming the world champion, beating Chris Benoit, who was also one of my all-time favorites. He also had a match with Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle, a great entertaining match. A great wrestling match, and a great rematch from WrestleMania 20, which was an also good match. Best of 5 series for the Undisputed United States Championship between Booker T and John Cena was also okay. You know, I was a huge fan of John Cena back in 2004, so I liked to see Cena win. So yeah, the triple threat match for the IC title was decent. The 6-man tag team match was also very good. I liked it. JBL versus Undertaker was okay as well, but I didn't like the ending. I didn't like how they had a disqualification. You know me very well. I hate disqualifications, no matter what. Going on to my top 5 guys. Prepare to get enthralled by this amazingness. ECW One Night Stand 2005. June 12, 2005. ECW One Night Stand is on my number 5 list. Because, simply, this was kind of like the resurrection of ECW. And it was just amazing. I mean, you got some memorable moments right here. Lance Storm versus Jericho was the opener. What an epic match. You got Rey Mysterio versus Psychosis in an Extreme Luchador match. Or Extreme Luchador Action, which was a very good match as well. I love to watch luchadors fight. You know, some of the greatest wrestlers around the world are, like, the top 4 countries where you find the best wrestlers. In my opinion, first of all, the United States, Japan, Mexico, and Canada. Canada, because of the Hart family, you gotta say it. This pay-per-view was awesome. I mean, Benoit versus Guerrero, another great match. I love to see these two fight. I love their matches. Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit produced some of the best matches in their career. It's amazing to watch these two have a great chemistry. They're best friends, and you put them together and they're like enemies, but yet they create a good story. They create a great match. Benoit and Guerrero was also one of my favorite rivalries in the WWE. I hope they would add something like Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit. Oh, they can't. Never mind. Maybe Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio could be a good rivalry in the greatest rivalries in history. Now, what made me love this DVD the most, or this pay-per-view the most? Sorry, I always reference it to DVD when it's actually a pay-per-view. Pay-per-view. What made me like this pay-per-view the most was the appearance of Stone Cold Steve Austin. I like the fact that they didn't forget about Stone Cold in a short run in the ECW. I mean, it was basically a temporary career for Stone Cold. I mean, after he got fired from WCW, he needed to go somewhere, right? So he decided to put his foot on ECW for a couple of years. I think there was like a year or two. Then all of a sudden, goes to the WWE. But I liked how they kept remembering the moments of ECW, including with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and how at the end he saluted to the fans with the ECW superstars against the WWE superstars. I like that. Made WWE look like a wuss, but I liked it how WWE produced a good pay-per-view for ECW. So that's basically my number 5. Going on to number 4, it's also an ECW pay-per-view, or a WWE pay-per-view, but ECW One Night Stand 2006. Wow. Now, the reason why I put this over the 2005 version, I mean, I believe a lot of guys on YouTube will disagree with me, but I put this over because finally, we had a one-of-a-kind champion. and it's a whole fucking show. Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam is a great, agile athlete. He is amazing. I don't know anybody who hates Rob Van Dam. I have never met anybody who ever trash talked about RVD. And that is amazing. I mean, you would see people have opinions on Stone Cold. Some people think that The Rock sucks, this and that. But Rob Van Dam never had anybody to hate him or trash talk about him. That just makes Rob Van Dam look a 5-star superstar or anything like that. But so the RVD and Cena match was very good. And what I was really surprised about, Cena put a lot of effort in this match. Regardless of what the crowd was doing to him, like they were literally abusing him verbally. They pushed Cena to the edge where Cena got mad and well, first of all, he controlled his anger in the end and he started playing around with RVD, and that was a very good Cena moment right there. This is one of my favorite Cena moments in his illustrious career. Mysterio and Sabu, good match until the incident where I don't remember what happened. I think Sabu hurt himself. Both Sabu and Rey Mysterio hurt himself. They went through a table, I think. And this idiot doctor decided to stop the match. And well, I know people's health is more important than a match, but still, anyways, they stopped the match. I was a little bit disappointed, but hey, a man's health is more important than someone's amusement. That's the truth right there. The mixed extreme tag team match between Edge, Mick Foley, and Lita against Tommy Dreamer, Terry Funk, and Beulah was hardcore and was epic. Great match. Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton, another good match. Balls Mahoney and Masato Tanaka. Wow. Balls Mahoney is fucking violent. Taz versus Jerry the King Lawler was okay. FBI versus Tajiri and Super Crazy. Super Crazy is Super Crazy for a reason. So, great pay-per-view. Going on to my top 3 guys. Number 3 is Survivor Series 2003. Here's a look of Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon is a daredevil, without a doubt. Here's the back. Match card on this freaking pay-per-view was awesome. You got the Buried Alive match between Mr. McMahon and The Undertaker. You got Kane versus Shane McMahon in an ambulance match. You got Triple H versus Goldberg for the world title. 2 Survivor Series elimination matchups. And Stone Cold's career is on the line. Great card. Entertaining to watch. I can watch this anytime. In an average year, I probably watched this 5 times, or 6 or 7, no, not 5 times, maybe 8 times. I watch this all the time. This is amazing. If you haven't watched this pay-per-view, or if you don't own this payper-view, just get it. It's just an amazing pay-per-view. Very simple, easy to get. You can get it in FYE for $6 along with a 2003 Tag Classic. You can get another pay-per-view with it. But this DVD right here, hands down, great pay-per-view. Period. Number 2, from 2002. Survivor Series 2002. I just said it. First ever Elimination Chamber match. Shawn Michaels won the world title. Brock Lesnar versus Big Show. Holy shit, what the fuck happened? The Triple Threat Elimination Tag Team match. Great match. 6-man table match was another great match. The Women's Championship match. Now, kids, for those of you who thought that women's wrestling were never good in the first place, watch this freaking match, and I'll guarantee you, this match is actually better than most of the men's matches today. Especially on Raw. Trust me, this match right here, the Trish Stratus versus Victoria, sold. Period. That was a great match right there. Now, going on to my number 1. I'll give you a hint. If you guys know me very well, and if you've seen some of my other videos, you know that this is the same exact number 1 that I put previously. That was just basically a spoiler. SummerSlam 2002. Here we go. Take a good look at perfection. I give this pay-per-view a 5 out of 5 for a reason. I mean, look at the match card. Solid pay-per-view from the open to the end. You want to know why? I'll show you why. Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle. Great match. Ric Flair versus Jericho. Great match. Edge versus Eddie Guerrero. Good match right there as well. Tag team match. That was okay, but not the best match. Still, it was okay. Nothing bad about it. Chris Benoit versus RVD. epic match right there. I loved it. Undertaker vs. Test, it was a okay match as well. Still not a bad match. Test is actually a very good wrestler when you think about it. For a guy his size, he can do a lot. So for those of you who believe that Kevin Nash is not a good wrestler just because of his size and you shouldn't blame him for that, bullshit. Test is actually almost as big as Kevin Nash, yet Test produced a lot. So yeah. Shawn Michaels versus Triple H in a non-sanctioned match. What an epic match. Whoa. Takes your breath away. That's how good it was. And last but not least, the main event, which you see in the front cover, Rock versus Brock. Brock Lesnar, here comes the pain. Brock, out of here. This was an amazing match right here. Brock Lesnar becomes the WWE champion. The crowd was all over it. They loved every single bit of it. Ooh, almost dropped it. They loved every single bit of it. This whole pay-per-view was a solid 5-star pay-per-view because there was not even one bad match. Not even one single bad match. You don't see this today. Today you have to see at least 2 bad matches in a pay-per-view, and they still look, they're decent. But this pay-per-view back in 2002, wow, that was like one of the pivotal moments in WWE's career, or run. So that's my top 10 favorite pay-per-views in WWE since 2002 to now. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you can see my shelf, most of the first shelf right here is pretty full because, like I said, I did not take any videos from the WWF or from 2001 and earlier, or even WrestleMania, because they would just consume most of the spot on my list. However, if you guys want to ask me what are my top 10 favorite WrestleManias, I would actually do that too. I'm probably going to do that somewhere next week, because this week I'm actually all planned up for other videos. But yeah, if you guys want me to do a top 10 favorite WrestleMania, or even a top 5 favorite WrestleMania to make it more simpler, then yeah, I will definitely do it no matter what. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe to whatever his username was. I think it was, oh shit, Junior Rock 2012, I think. I don't know. But his username will be in the description box. If I got your username wrong, I'm terribly sorry. But don't worry. Subscribe to him right now. And remember to comment, rate, and subscribe to me. I know I said it, but I'm going to say it again. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.